around an area of approximately 3 kilometers on the coastal strip. Because if this area is taken under control by Israel, the north of the Gaza Strip will be completely surrounded by the Israeli army. In this process, Israeli forces launched the biggest air attack of the period on the 3-kilometer area. Firstly, it was announced that warplanes were mobilized, and 36 attacks were carried out against Hamas targets in the coastal strip. It was also announced that 2 Hamas gathering areas were identified in the region. For the first time in this process, Israeli attack helicopters reached the coastal strip. 3 attack helicopters reported the destruction of 2 assembly areas, 2 ammunition depots, and 1 Hamas tunnel entrance. I think that the Israeli army will move during the day. If all the targets are destroyed, a major land operation will be organized and the southern and northern lines will be united. After this process, I think that the work of the Hamas terrorist organization will be very difficult because all 4 points of Gaza will be surrounded. At the moment, the only opening in the Gaza Strip is the 3-kilometer area I indicated on the map. Israeli warships have closed the sea line, but as I mentioned, I think that the only point of access is the coastal strip. After this process, Hamas will start to lose power every day and its resistance will be broken. Shipments will stop completely as a result of the siege. The Israeli army will act cautiously and without haste, aiming to completely wipe out the Hamas organization whose resistance has been broken. The Israeli army has to act cautiously and slowly and wait for the resistance of Hamas to be completely broken. This is because the militants have set traps all over Gaza, and there are believed to be hundreds of tunnels still in the city. If the militants are in a difficult situation, they will have to come out of these tunnels, and the operation will be much easier after this process. However, it was observed that the ground operation started for the first time in the south of the Gaza Strip. Israel Defense Forces conducted a raid in the southern Gaza Strip with the participation of armored and engineering troops, the Israel Defense Forces reported. According to the statement, armored and engineer units of the Israel Defense Forces carried out a mission to inspect buildings and neutralize explosives in a targeted operation in the southern Gaza Strip overnight. During the operation, the soldiers discovered the location of a large tunnel with unmanned aerial vehicles. As a group of soldiers of the Israeli army advanced towards the tunnel, the unmanned aerial vehicles warned that the tunnel was surrounded by mines. In this process, orders came for new unmanned aerial vehicles to take action, and 3 unmanned aerial vehicles moved towards the tunnel line. In a short time, the entrance part of the tunnel was hit with bunker-penetrating ammunition. With the first attack, it was observed that mines were detonated around the tunnel, and a group of militants affiliated to the Hamas organization were observed to move around the tunnel.